get me at the wrong time, and I'm a bitch on heels. And I'm a bitch on heels.
I'm actually very expensive and you can't afford it.
So here's some context for this particular Self-Checkout Chronicles Cashier Edition. I had just gotten back from a 10-minute break. I signed back in, turn my light on, take off the clothes sign, check my belts to see if they need to be cleaned, which they didn't, check my bags to see if we need to put more bags out. No bags need to be put out. Okay, let's see if there's any go backs that need to be taken off my register. Go and do that. On my way back to my register, this happens. Good. What register are you at? The one with the light on? Well, good, because the girl at self-checkout said that you could help me because you just got back from your break, because you just turned your light on, so I'm first, obviously, because they won't let me check my beer out at self-checkout, so you're gonna help me. Now, the thing you need to understand is my back is to the end of the register. I had just gotten some go-backs from the divide that we have there for the impulse buys. And there was a gentleman that came up. I don't know how long he had been there. I don't know if he came up at the same time I did, because again, there's a divide with the impulse buys on it and I couldn't see through that. And again, my back is to him. Sure, ma'am, I'll be more than happy to help you, but since you have got yourself planted, I kid you not, since you have yourself planted at that end of the register, I can't help you at that end. You have to come up here, and it looks like there's a gentleman that's already up here and putting his stuff on the belt, so you're going to have to go behind him, and then I'll help you after he's done. No, you're going to help me first, because the girl at self-checkout said that you had just got back from your break. You just barely turned your light on, so you're going to help me first. I am more important. I was here first. Me. You're going to ring my beer up first, not him. Me first. Ma'am, I do apologize. You know, I would be more than happy to help you first if you weren't planted and insistent at being at the opposite end of the register. Also, it is first come, first serve, yes. However, if you're at the wrong end to where I don't have any items up here for you to scan, I can't charge you for nothing, you have to come up to this end. And that gentleman, I don't know how long he's been there, but he is first. He's got his items on the belt. Now, it is up to him if he wants you to go first, if he's going to allow you to go first. But if that's not the case, you wait behind him, and I will be more than happy to help you. No, I'm first. Me. See, I'm pitching a temper tantrum because I'm supposed to be first, and if I pitch a temper tantrum, you're going to help me first, because that's how this works. Me first. Me. I kid you not, this lady is throwing a temper tantrum because she literally would have been the next person in line behind the gentleman. And the gentleman was like, no, you're not going to be next. I've been here. I've been waiting. I'm putting my stuff up first. No, you're not going to be before me. So she pushes a temper tantrum. And then she does this. Fine, you put the beer away. You refuse me service. Oh! Yeah, because I told her she had to wait behind somebody. She's saying that I refused her service. She even told that to my coworker at the self-checkout, that I refused her service. I did not. I just told her that she had to go behind the gentleman and wait her turn. That's it. The gentleman in front of her didn't want to let her go through, and that's his right. That's his prerogative. He was technically there first because he was at the correct end of the register. You can't expect a cashier to cash you out if you don't have anything on the belt for them to scan, especially if you're at the wrong end of the register. So also, this woman decides to throw her beer on the belt at me. It's not the first time I've had something thrown at me, and it won't be the last. But because of the temper tantrum she had been pitching, and I don't know if she was pitching one at self-checkout, but with me, her bottles were shaking, and she had one singular Heineken beer bottle. That bottle had built up so much pressure because of this temper tantrum that she was pitching that once she threw it on the belt, it broke open. It didn't explode or anything. The cap was still on, but it was enough pressure to break it open and start leaking and going all over the belt. Now, the gentleman that I referred to that was behind me, and I had no idea how long he'd been in line, I told him, I do apologize. Let me go ahead and get this cleaned up and we'll get you finished out. He's like, don't worry. I completely understand. That definitely takes priority. Don't worry about it. That tells me he heard this whole thing from point A to point B, from start to finish. Okay? So yeah, he knew exactly what was going on. Yes, I let my lead know. Actually, I let an assistant manager know what happened in case they got a call. They're like, oh, no worries. We got your back. Miss Karen, ma'am, my 6-year-old niece and my 2-year-old niece have better understanding, have a very much better understanding of knowing what the consequences of their actions better than you do. They know that throwing a temper tantrum is not going to get their way. So what makes you think a grown-ass adult, what makes you think pitching a temper tantrum is going to get your way? Because it's not.
Please do not ask me when am I free, because I'm never free. I'm actually very expensive and you can't afford it. Thank you.
I'm the best you've ever had, the worst you've ever seen, your darkest nightmare or your sweetest dream. I'm a little